Okay, this is Divide to Infinity, just with another experiment for you. This is for the installation of Mind Biorhythm data space. What I'm going to be showing you today is a bit of the DSP work that I've been doing just to test the sound out. The animation, which includes open sound control of the actual EEG communication itself, with some animations with Unity. Open Frameworks handles all the hardware inputs, MIDI controllers, serial interface, anything non-visual, the DSP engine, and the graphics handled by Unity 3D. Updating some graphics objects inside there by using Open Frameworks OSC library to update the state of the thing that's in Unity, so you see all the individual sensors. I'm not wearing a headset today, so they're all going to turn yellow, you'll see in a sec, because when you get a value of -infinity, they all turn yellow. When you put the headset on, they go through different colours of the rainbow. So first of all, I'll just launch the Open Frameworks program, so you can see it running. I've got two options there. So you imagine at the beginning of the performance, I'd select whether I want to wear a headset, which is connected to the email engine, so I can retrieve the individual EEGs, or I can press 2 to be able to use the emo composer. So that means you can do key press for different things in the cognitive, affective, from the emotive library. So you've got different things like what brainwave you're currently on, whether it's alpha, delta, beta, or theta, I think it is. And then also you have from the cognitive, whether you have push, left, right, up, down, disappear. And the affective is how you feel at the time. So engagement, frustration, and something else. There's like 3 parameters on there. Those are the only ones you can do with press number 2. But as I'll be using a headset, I'll press number 1 because I'm just interested in the signals that come through the original EEGs. And I'll be mapping a buffer to each one and sonifying them to the sound card. So I'm just going to press 1. And you see that I've got 2 threads. It's the OpenGL thread that draws this little window there. And the Open Sound Control set the 10 second. You notice that the oscillator changes pitch when I move the mouse away. That's just when I get out the window, you know, it's only listening to the oscillator when I'm outside the window. You'll see on the screen when yeah, that's pretty fun. So we're sending Open Sound Control messages over port 8338. That's what Unity is going to be listening to. It's just a little feedback console, so I can see what's going on in the actual installation itself. I probably won't bother with this. It's just so I can see what's going on with the engine. I'll probably get rid of that window and just work solely from the console. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start up my Unity 3D program, which is right here. And I've done a compiled version which doesn't use the debugger. And if we were receiving the dummy EEG data, all of the notes should turn yellow as I switch this on. Okay. Yeah, it's nice that I've got this panel here so I can select quality of graphics depending on what machine I'm running it on at the time. So this projector seems to like that resolution, so I'm just going to play that. Okay, that's good. So you notice all of these have just turned yellow. That's because it is receiving a signal from my Open Framework software. And the ball in the middle is the cognitive lightning ball. There's going to be lightning, it's a lightning shader. It's going to run from each node to the ball for aesthetic effect. Some smoke either side just to keep things kind of sort of interesting. It's just a little prototype to keep going. But each one of these EEG nodes is going to change to a different colour, depending on the strength of the signal that it's receiving at the time. And each one is going to make a sound. So I'm just going to be measuring the change of the strength of the signal from each EEG and just pass it straight to the sound card and probably put some distortion on it as well. In order to change the pitch, I'm talking about the loop execution speed as you are changing the values from each EEG. You might just get one single frequency. It might sound something like that sawtooth wave. It's sort of like that. But in order to kind of vary that, I was thinking of putting a maxi delay line on each one and having it vary either with LFOs or maybe some other kind of control signal. I could use a foot switch, or I could use the accelerometer on the back of the head switch. Sorry, the accelerometer on the back of the EEG headset itself, because it's a developer's edition, so one's got the accelerometer on it. But yeah, there's a load of other things. I just want to make it a bit more organic. I don't want to be constantly going to a MIDI pedal on the floor, because it defeats the object of the thing being biosensory. If I keep using MIDI things, it needs to look kind of natural. So it's really the kind of, instead of LFO modulation, you kind of want biomodulation. I've got something else to add to this bit later. I don't think I'll have that done in time, because to do it properly I need an Android phone and the Android Arduino, which talks to my polar chest strap, and the polar chest strap reads the heart rate, and I can map that to pretty much anything. So that could be point lights, whether inside there, or real park hands, which I've currently got another piece of software working with, which I've done a little bit in a previous video. There's a couple of these videos. If you just look for Divide to Infinity on YouTube, you'll see loads of these videos, all these experiments and stuff, what I've been doing. But it's all going to kind of tie together and make a lot more sense in the next coming weeks, because I'm using an agile process, which is a software development process where you make a lot of rapid prototypes and you can change your mind many times before you get to the actual result, as opposed to using a waterfall model, which is, you know exactly what the end is going to be like, and you start deploying kind of step after step coming down, and it's difficult to change your mind halfway through. So that's why I really like the agile process with lots of little rapid prototypes, and then you just kind of reiterate as you find the next step. You don't quite know where it is. It's a very creative thing. You just experimentation. Not quite else what to say right now, but I'll just flip this out of the screen and play that saw oscillator again, because I like a bit of noise. Just click it. When you compile something in Unity, I was worried about the CPU load, because the CPU load was spiking around about 50%. But after I compiled it, it works beautifully. It's not even 5% CPU. It's fantastic. It's all running on a graphics card. That's got to be all the time I've got right now, because this little camera I'm using has got a limit of 10 minutes. So this is Divide to Infinity, over and out.